off the interstate for a moment. Would you discipline one of your players if he chose not to stand for the national anthem?
Would I discipline one of my players? Well, we don't really have the national anthem, but I would just say that I don't think that, no, I wouldn't discipline my player for that. I think everybody has a right to express themselves, in that regard. But I don't think it's good to be a distraction to your team. I don't think it's good to use the team as the platform. I totally disagree with that. Nobody's really asked me about Kaepernick or whatever, but I totally disagree with that. Not his protest, but I just think there's a right way to do things, and I don't think two wrongs make a right. Never have, never will. And I think that it just creates more divisiveness, more division. It's sad to me to see what's going on in this country. I think it creates more division. I think there's a better way. How about, he called press conference, express your feelings. Everybody will show up, talk about it, express yourself, go and be a part of things and protest them and do. That's great. I mean, I think everybody has that right, and I certainly respect that. But I just think that this just creates more division, and that's what I hate to see, and I hate to see what's going on in our country. I really do, because I think this is a good world. I think this is a great country. It's just that things get painted with a broad brush around in this world these days. There's a lot of good. There's more good than bad in this world. And I think, you look at, I think one of the greatest leaders this world has ever seen was Martin Luther King. I don't know that there's ever been a better man or better leader. And, to me, he changed the world. He changed the world through love in the face of hate. He changed the world through peace in the face of violence. He changed the world through education in the face of ignorance. And he changed the world through Jesus. And boy, that's politically incorrect. But that's what he did. And it's amazing when we don't learn from our past, how you can repeat your mistakes. And then the Bible says the two greatest commandments. If we all live by those, be a lot of problems would go away. It says, love the Lord with all your heart, all your mind, and all your soul. And the second one is love your neighbor as you love yourself. It doesn't say love your neighbor if they're the same religion. It doesn't say love your neighbor if they're the same color as you. It doesn't say love your neighbor if they pull for the same team as you. It doesn't say love your neighbor if they're the same gender as you or whatever. Love your neighbor if they have the same sexuality as you. It just says love your neighbor as you love yourself. If we all live by that in this country, we wouldn't have near the problems that we have. That's just my opinion. But I've never felt like that two wrongs make a right. And I think that although his intention is good, and I just think the method is not. My opinion. I'm entitled to that, just like everybody else. But as far as disciplining my player, no. I think, again, everybody has to. Only thing I'm going to discipline my player for is things within this team and the team rules and those type of things, holding everybody accountable to the standard. If guys want to go be a part of things, I just think they should do it on their own time and outside of the team framework. That's just my opinion. But I think there's a lot of good in this world. My brother is a retired police officer 30 years and worked the night shift his entire life. And there's a lot of good police officers. There's thousands of perfect traffic stops. A lot of good men, a lot of good women. but those don't get the stories. But there's some bad ones too. There's some criminals that wear badges. Guess what? There's some criminals that work in the media. There's some criminals that are football coaches. There's some criminals that are politicians. There are criminals that work in churches. I think we have a sin problem in the world. That's what I think. It's so easy to say we have a race problem. It's so easy. No, we got a sin problem. That's just my opinion. That's Dabo's opinion. And I think the answer to our problems is exactly the way they were for Martin Luther King when he changed the world. Love, peace, education, tolerance of others, Jesus. That's what I think. And I think a lot of the things in this world and everything that's so bad and this world's falling apart, you know, some of these people need to move to another country. Some of them need to move to another country. I think that I think a lot of the things in this world were only a dream for Martin Luther King. Not a one-term, but a two-term African-American president. And this is a terrible country. That was a dream for Martin Luther King. I got interracial marriages. I go to a church that's an interracial church. Those were only dreams for Martin Luther King. Black head coaches, black quarterbacks at places like Georgia and Alabama and Clemson. When Martin Luther King that was just a dream. Just a dream. Black CEOs, NBA owners, you name it. Unbelievable. Now, does that mean that there's not still problems? Yes. Where there's people, whether they're black, green, yellow, orange, white, there is going to be sin, greed, hate, jealousy, deceitfulness. There's going to be that. That's always going to be there. Always will be there. Always. But attitude, work ethic, love, respect for others, that doesn't know any color. That's what I love about football. That's what I love about the game. That's what I love about it.
Ed opened the door. There's high school players in Kentucky, Illinois, and Nebraska that are not standing during the national anthem. My opinion is maybe they don't realize they're just trying to
I think you know, everybody wants to be a part of something. And I think that has the opposite effect. Again, I just think that there's a better way to address legitimate concerns that people have. Legitimate issues that need to be talked about and discussed, and how do you improve and hold people accountable for wrongful acts. Period. Sin is sin. Wrong is wrong. I don't care who's doing it. So I try to teach these guys, wrong is wrong. I don't care if everybody's doing it, and right is right. I don't care if nobody's doing it. Let's do what's right. But I think that, again, it's the way you do things. You know, there's a right way to do it. And I think, again, although the intent is very sincere and very good, because there are problems and there needs to be awareness and there needs to be, I just think that method just creates more divisiveness, because this is a wonderful country. It's a wonderful country. Not without problems, not without issues, because where there's people, there will always be that. But, you know, I don't think that's the right way. I really don't. One guy's opinion. What the heck do I know?
When there was an issue on campus in the last year, some of your guys interjected themselves quietly and into that.
No, some of them went over there, and that's the right way to do that. Yeah, you want to be a part of something, go be a part of it. Go be a part of it. I think those are positive things. There's positive ways to do those type of things. And everybody's right. And I have total respect for Kaepernick and him wanting to do that. Hey, that's his right. That's his right. I just don't agree with his method of how he's going about it. I think it just creates a bigger divide.